Rodney Meant It podcast. Rodney, what is the topic for today? Let me hold my
The
breath.
topic today are women really the emotional ones? And we gonna get
Hmm.
into where did male masculinity go? Because
Okay, I want to know where it went to.
a lot of
So,
people are trying to put it on the women, and I think our men need to stand up a little bit. So
thank you. I appreciate that.
that's
I
that's
truly
the
appreciate
idea
it.
anyway. We gonna see who agrees, who disagrees, who got a problem with it, who be in their feelings. We gonna see what
Okay.
happens.
We're going to see what happens, y'all. We're going to apologize. We are a little late. Some technical difficulties that are out of our control, but we are here. We're here.
Yeah,
Welcome, welcome. Who is the first person in the chat? Gemini.
Gemini was good. Hey, Dre was good,
Welcome,
baby.
welcome. Hey, Dre the Dream. How are you? Thank you so much for the gift. Dre the Dream, shout out to you. All right, y'all. So we about to have this conversation now. Me, Joe, I am a little bit. I don't know how I'm feeling about this. I know the last time the fellas came, I probably should have had my seatbelt on because y'all came in whining, kicking, and crying the last time. Okay, so
Exactly.
listen, don't shoot. My hands are up, men. Relax. Take a breather. Count to 10. You know,
Definitely, definitely shoot y'all.
not definitely shoot.
You gotta.
Okay, we're here
If
for an epic discussion. Yes, we are. Smash that button. Thank you so much.
if we don't, hey fellas, if we don't address it, we can't fix it. Ladies, if you don't
Okay,
speak up, we ain't gonna know nothing. So
true.
I need the ladies and I need the fellas to come together and really, you know what I'm saying, jump into this topic. I really want to know what y'all feel,
I want to know.
and I want to know why though. Don't just say what you feel. Say what you feel and why.
Well, you already know they're going to deliver it how they feel. You give them clear instructions and they just want to give us 50%. But we're going to pray. Y'all
But
play the
I'm
game
gonna let hey
right.
Yuki was good. Bruce
Hey,
William
Yuki,
was
how
good.
you
Was good,
doing?
Wilson. I'm gonna let
Welcome,
Keisha
welcome.
turn it up, start it off. Let's get it.
You want me to turn it up and start it off? I
Yep,
guess I should speak now or if I ever hold my peace the way
definitely.
the way these men come on here. Now remind me what is the topic again?
Are women really the emotional ones? It's basically male
um
masculinity versus no, women's masculinity against men being too emotional.
I mean, it just makes me question the whole entire man from head to toe because it seems like to me that the women are definitely not the only emotional ones. Let me say that. I'm not going to say that ladies are not emotional ones because we are, but are we by ourselves? Absolutely not. I think the men have truly joined in on the race and they are trying to make sure they win this race. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, Dre, he came off the bat. Hey, Dre,
What
I
Dre talking
respect,
about?
I respect that you a man and you coming off of this like, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I ain't gonna take sides, but be honest. He came off the bat saying, "Yeah, these men these days are very emotional."
Okay, so it's nice to know that the fellows agree. Some of the fellows agree with me for sure. Because men, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being emotional, y'all. We are a human species and it is a human behavior. It is a part of who we are. So it's okay to be emotional, but I mean, to a degree in certain situations, it's like, don't be the ones, whining and crying and kicking and screaming. And that's our position. What you doing? Like we switching roles, obviously. We both can't be crying together. So I guess if you gonna cry, okay, let's see, y'all. Rodney got kicked off. Can you hear
Can you
me?
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
So, sorry about that, y'all. But both of us can't be crying. So, the women more than likely just gonna have to step. We choose to step up if the man gonna be back there crying and kicking on the floor. We ain't got time for that. We both can't be doing that.
Dre says because it's assumed that men aren't emotional, but men have failed on controlling their emotions. Yeah, we a lot of us men we
Hmm.
lash out, We
Mhm.
tend to overcompensate for a lot of things, and
Mhm. Keep
we
going.
don't we don't give respect when it's need to be given.
Keep
And I
going.
think that's what we got to end up saying. We got to get rid of some of those tendencies
Keep
because
going.
we're creating a society of women that
Mhm.
are basically being the fellas. You know what I'm saying? Like they basically wearing the
Unfortunately.
big draws, they basically controlling the narrative, and we really looking like bitch ass motherfuckers right now. So
But the
if we
guys
don't,
be okay with looking like that, Rodney. They okay with it. That's the thing. The men have become okay with it. They don't care. Like, yes, I'm laying at home chilling all day on social media while she at work working. And then after she get off, she gonna pick up the kids and then she gonna come home and she gonna clean and I'm still gonna be sitting here laying here just chilling. They are okay with that.
I think you know what? Some people gonna say it's
Mhm.
like the whole toxic masculinity and male chauvinist and sexist and all that. But I really
Mhm.
believe that us men need to go back to what we
Mhm.
used to do, holding it down, doing the
Mhm.
burden of the work, sacrificing for our families, not looking for handouts, all those type of things. Nowadays, you get us dudes, and the first thing we want to do is be like, but we don't want to
Mhm.
give nothing in return,
Say it again.
huh?
We need sound. We need those sound effects. Go ahead.
Oh, a soundboard? Yeah, we definitely need a
Yeah,
soundboard. We definitely need a soundboard.
for sure.
Kendra was good. Was good,
Hey
Kendra?
Kendra, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Yes, a sister on my side. Okay. I might need it today. I'm really not sure how this about to go.
It's okay to be emotional, but if you're crying more than me, nah, I'm not with that. Okay,
Right,
Kendra, I gotta call
exactly.
you out now. I gotta call you out.
Who,
What is
me?
your definition of crying?
Just whining. You know how like a female will whine over certain things. You know, they just that whining spirit. If he's given that whining spirit, that whining energy, because it's an energy as well. You know, nobody got time for all of that. We both can't. I can't be having a fit because you said no, you not running me to the store, and then here you go crying when I turn around because I said I'm not going to do that. We both doing the same thing. I'm not feeling that. Mm-mm.
So, so instead of whining, right?
Mhm.
What would you expect the man to do?
I mean, express it in a way of not whining. Like there's a way you can just, you can express it, and you can express it in a more masculine way, than coming off crying and whining and hunched over and like I mean, come on now, at least deliver it in a manly manner.
So, if you had to reenact how you think a man would be able to
Wow.
express it in a
Not you think
non-whining
I'm
manner,
about to
right?
act right now.
How would you say a man? Let's just I want to get your acting chops real quick. You a man,
Mhm.
right? I want you
Am
to
I?
I want you to come off how you would say it as a man.
How I would, and what is the situation? As what am I expressing? You're gonna have to create the whole scenario, and I'm just gonna have to play it out.
Uh, the
What
situation is
is the situation?
the woman wants to go out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's dressed way too provocative, right?
I don't know if you want to ask me these questions. Okay, keep going.
I gotta use something that a lot of men hold against their women.
Okay.
So if you see your woman going out looking way too crazy, right? Let's just say,
I'm not the
quote unquote,
man.
looking like a hoe, right? And we know how other dudes is gonna approach her and all this type of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
How would you as a man address that?
See, this is why I say I don't know if I can answer this, and I'm gonna have an open mind with this, right? And I want to look at it from a male's perspective, but because I am woke, and I just feel like you are a grown adult and you just do whatever floats your boat, baby. I mean, that's just where I'm at with it, to be honest with you. But I guess if I'm going to think like a man that's going to catch an attitude about it, then I mean, he basically would just need to let her know. Like, first off, I guess if he running a show like that, she won't even own those items. But I guess since she owned them, I don't know where she thought she was going when she bought them. Is that a
Yeah.
conversation that you discussed with her? Like, where you going with that? What's the plan with that? You know what I mean? So, I mean, obviously she's purchasing the item, so she's gonna wear them somewhere. But I mean, if he doesn't like it, his approach just need to be respectful. That's all. It's not what you say; it's how you say it, and not be whining and crying about it. And just be a man and say what it is about it, and just be respectful with your delivery.
So if
I
he
mean,
was if he was to deliver, babe,
hmm
I don't appreciate you wearing that. and this is the
Mhm.
reason why I don't think you should wear that. Maybe you should change something up. Would you
Okay.
respect your man to be like, you know what? I like this outfit, but I respect my man, and he didn't bitch about it. He was straightforward, and he told me exactly why. Would you make some type of adjustment, or you just say, you know what, I'm gonna do what I want to do?
Okay, I have to pretend to be somebody that I'm not right now. And I guess I would say the average person would want to wear what they want to wear, right? But it just depends, I guess, on the level of respect that they have for one another and how much you really care for your partner's feelings, right? So if I care that much and I'm like, okay, this really means a lot to him, then okay, I'll put on something and pipe it down a little bit, if his approach was nice and respectful and it makes sense,
That's that's what I wanted to hear from you. I wanted to see, was it gonna be like, well, nah, fuck that. I'm a grown ass woman. Can't no man tell me what to do. And then that just goes left. But you at least showed a
hmm
small bit of compromise based on his approach, and that's what I
Right.
was looking for. So
And this is where you get to know people, you know what I mean? Because then if you really learn people before you truly attach yourself to them, then you'll see the type of things that they do, the way that they dress. You'll peep all of that. And if that's something
yeah,
that aligns with you, a lot of guys will overlook that and they just want to go in because they looking for one thing. When they missed everything else, this is clearly how you met her in the club. She was dressed like that. Then you get with her now all of a sudden I guess she ain't supposed to dress like that. I'm not too sure.
I mean, you absolutely right about that. How you met him, you can't turn around and just be like, if y'all have, especially if you haven't had that conversation. If I met
hmm
you real provocative, real in a real passionate, you know what I'm saying, type setting,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden we get in a relationship, and now all of a sudden I want to be like, you know what?
You
I'm gonna
expect
put
her
the
to be somebody
handcuffs.
else.
I'm gonna put the
Mhm.
handcuffs on everything you got going on. The first thing she gonna do is be like, where was all this energy when you met me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
why you want to change the person I am now? You was happy with that person until now. Now all of a
Exactly.
sudden, so I completely understand that. Cypher says, what if I'm an emotional and loving man? What if I like to cuddle and hold hands? What if I like to cry and show my love for you?
This is the
Does that
poem.
make me weak, or does that show my strength and love?
No, I truly feel like that shows the strength and the love. It. I mean, you could still be masculine and display all of those things. You know what I mean? Those particular things is not what will make you like less masculine. It's just all about how you do it. You know what I mean? Like that's what I would say.
Hey, Cypher, I will say this. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of strength to say and do what you do in I'm saying in a relationship setting. But what I would suggest, don't be just sitting there crying every 5 minutes over something. No matter if it's in a loving, good intent, it's gonna look.
hmm
I don't care what nobody say. Women will look to you as weak if you are always vulnerable, 24/7. I'm just gonna keep it real. Somebody
hmm
that they may not admit it, but they're gonna look to you that you are a weak man if you are 24/7 vulnerable, sad, in your feelings all the time. You don't got to be arguing with her. You don't got to be complaining with her. But if you're always just, oh my gosh, it's not gonna be a good look.
Oh my gosh. I
It's
mean,
not.
so masculinity, like that is it's an energy, right? So it's just something that the person just has to display. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you have that like that true masculine energy, you're going to display it, and a woman is automatically going to feel that. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's all energy, and it's the things we can't see, but you'll
Yeah.
feel them. So you can feel the feminine versus the masculine. Coming from a male.
Kendra literally said the same thing though. In a situation, you'll have you met me this way. You know what I'm saying? For one,
hmm
if you're that insecure, oh, I hate when y'all. Hey Kendra, I gotta
What?
call you.
What
I
she
love
say?
you, Kendra. I
Kendra,
love you.
Kendra, what she say,
But
Kendra?
when
I can't see it.
ladies, when y'all
Mhm.
use that word insecure
Okay.
in the context of a debate going back and forth, that
Mhm.
really just
It does
y'all gotta
something to
find a
your
different
spirit.
word to use because y'all use that. That's like
Mhm.
y'all a scapegoat word. Oh, he just being
No, we
insecure.
don't. We don't gotta find another
Insecurity,
word.
it's not always insecurity. Sometimes it's standards and boundaries.
Mhm.
If we have boundaries and we have standards, yes, we're gonna hold you to it. It don't mean that we insecure. It's just like you guys have y'all standards and y'all boundaries, we have ours. We're just holding you to something that you're not willing to compromise about. So then you label it as insecurity because we're not allowing y'all to just run and do whatever the hell you want to do at the
Hmm.
expense of our respect in the relationship. So I just don't. I had to say that because I hate when somebody say insecure. That's all.
Okay. Well, maybe as long as you're using it in a proper sense. I mean, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying that how ladies can just automatically say that that's being insecure. But if you're really being an adult and you really notice the times that he speaks on something or how often it is, that will let you know if a person is insecure. Now, if it's a situation where it truly, come on now, let's think logically, it makes sense. Of course,
Yeah.
he's saying something. You know what I mean? But sometimes ladies can use that. I understand what you're saying. But what was Kendra saying though?
Yeah, but Kendra was basically just saying, she was agreeing with Cypher though. There's always someone that's going to be looking, regardless of what you wear, depending on who you are.
Hmm.
Dre said, "Great question, Rodney." Kendra also said, "I'd be respectful though. If you care that much, I'd calm it down." That's kind of like what I was looking for.
Hmm.
It doesn't mean be a yes, be a yes woman. You know what I'm saying, follow behind everything he says, but at least be willing to consider compromising with that man, so that
Hmm.
when things are on the other foot, he's willing to consider compromising for you. Because us men, we got to compromise as well, no matter how strongly we feel about something, because you don't
Absolutely.
you don't want you don't want somebody that's just gonna be like, okay, yes, daddy, yes, yes, dad,
Some
yes,
of them
daddy,
want
whatever you
that,
say,
unfortunately.
whatever you say.
Not
I only
whatever
want to
you
do what you
say.
like. If it's what you want to do, then I want to do it.
Mm.
I don't have a mind of my own. I'm always gonna say yes. I don't want nobody that's like that. I want somebody that has her own spirit. I want somebody that has their own fire. Of
Uh-huh.
course, I'm saying, if you
Come
like what
on.
I like, if you do what I do, that's great. But I also want you to have your own individual personality, your own traits, your own good sides, bad sides. I'm saying your own mind, period. Because I don't want
Think
to
for
be,
self.
I don't want to date a mannequin. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
So you don't want a yes woman,
no, I
basically.
don't want nobody to agree with me 24/7. That's
And it's
boring.
crazy because see, those who like control and power, that's what they like. So it's to each his
But
own. You know what I mean? But I get
but
what
you
you're
can
saying.
have, you can have. See, I think you know what it is. Some men look for control and power, and then some men look for influence and leadership, and it's a big difference
Hmm.
between the both. You can have a woman
Okay.
that's literally getting ready to jump off a cliff for you, but she's doing it because you have a good influence on her. You're leading her in the right direction or whatever. You feel me? So she believes in you wholeheartedly versus somebody
Hmm.
that's just going to just follow behind you blindly because you said that and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I would never want no woman to actually be like that.
I mean, I completely understand. I mean, I wouldn't want a man to be like that. But again, there are some, unfortunately, that floats their boat. But some things we'll never
Carla, I appreciate you
understand.
showing up, Carla. It's
Hey,
okay to be
Carla, shout
emotional,
out to
but not too
you.
much. Yeah, Kendra literally hit the nail on the head. It is okay to be
It is
emotional,
okay.
but
Absolutely.
not too much.
Like, let's not expect the men to not be emotional. Again, we are all human species, okay? And it is a part of who we are. And suppressing things, excuse me, is not always beneficial. So I wouldn't recommend that you suppress your emotions and your feelings. And if you are with someone that does not allow you that safe space, then you need to rethink who your partner is.
Yeah, facts. Cyber said, but if my girl does feel like crying on my shoulder every 5 minutes, I still love her for her. She is just showing me her true. I mean,
Mm.
but that also could be an emotional imbalance if she's always upset. You might want to get to the root of that problem, though, if she's always crying,
Yeah, that's not a good energy and space to live in. You need to
Tasha
she needs
18
to
said
get
hello to
medical.
everybody. I appreciate you, Tasha, for
Hey, how
stopping
you
by.
doing, Tasha? Thank you so much for coming through. But it's all in the foundation. If a
Yeah.
lot of people actually take the time to really, because people are so in a rush to fill voids that they don't take their time to really truly get to know a person and experience things with a person. So that way y'all can learn who each other are and if you actually fit. And that's something that we lack. And then also self love plays a major part in that because we're filling voids. So we're settling for anything and we're
You
accepting anything just to
do you
be
know
with
the
somebody.
biggest lie y'all ladies told to yourself? Well, one of them,
What? What is
how to
it?
get over one nigga.
I don't agree with that. I never
No, no,
agree
no,
with
no,
that.
no. I'm not saying you agree, but I'm saying
Hmm.
like that
I get
consensus
what
is
you're
to get over
saying.
one
Yeah.
is to get under
That is
another.
the
And I'm
worst
like,
advice somebody could have ever given the world. Okay. That was like a true setup for failure, period. Literally. A trail of just a lot of things that could have been avoided if
because
they
nobody want to be alone.
not exactly. People are not content with being by themselves. So again, if you just take the time doing building that foundation of really truly getting to know a person and know how they get down, you will know if that's someone you really truly deeply want to attach yourself to. You don't have to be rushed to be in a relationship with somebody in the first 6 months. You could take a whole year to get to know a person before you say, "Hey,
Facts.
I want to be with this person." Everything doesn't have to be rushed. People are so quick to want to possess somebody and you belong to me and that's the problem. Let people be free and be who they are, and if you all end up together, then that's just what it is,
Yeah,
but take
sometimes
the
you got to be
time.
willing. Sometimes you got to be willing to just exist,
Hmm.
not exist and belong to
Exist
somebody.
and live and
Yeah,
enjoy your life. You getting to know who you are. A lot of people don't even know who they are, and they out here looking for somebody else to attach themselves to. And then you expect that relationship to work when you don't even know you. That makes absolutely
yep,
no sense. So that's why it ends up failing and not working. And then you go
true.
replace that one with another one. And it happens all over and all over again. It's a
Hey y'all,
cycle.
we got 60 people in the chat, and I appreciate every last one of y'all.
Yes. Thank y'all so
If y'all
much.
don't mind doing us a favor, keep us in the algorithm. Go ahead, double tap on that like button. We got
Yes.
58 in the
Tap that
chat,
like
60 in
button.
the chat. We got 19, 20 likes. Let's everybody hit that like button. Join the conversation. I'm about to get to these comments a little bit.
Okay. For sure.
KG Green said, women want men with emotions rather than a cold man. But what do you mean emotional?
A
Billy said,
cold
tell him.
man? Who want a cold man? What does that mean?
Dre said, standards are a way of how we protect men. Also, facts. Bang Boogie
Hmm.
said, is Clarissa insecure?
Clarissa.
Bang
Who
Boogie. I'm just gonna say this one time, bro.
who is Clarissa?
It's cool to have an opinion, but her name is Keisha. So be kind of respectful, man, or I
Oh,
might
he's
have to get
calling
you up
me
out of
that.
here, Brody. Mixed
Okay.
Swagger was good, baby. I feel like if you're handling your business, a woman will respect and honor your wishes, but the man shouldn't turn that into control either.
I agree.
Tommy McDonald's in here.
Hey, how you
Sambo,
doing?
the podcast was good. Everybody wipe your feet before
Not
you
white your feet. Not clean your
every
feet before you come in.
hold on. Let me get it.
Come
I
on,
got you,
Rodney.
Fambo. I got you, Fambo. Everybody, wipe your feet off before you come in. Hit that like and share button. It'll
Yes.
help the channel grow as a community. Respect the host and enjoy your stay. I like that, bro.
Yes,
I
I
like
love
that.
it. Thank you so much for taking the time out to even type that. Even if you spoke it into
Yeah.
your phone, I thank you for that.
Dre says exactly. She needs to be herself. That's true. Green said, okay, that's different if she works. You need to be looking for something. Dre also says, agreeing with me always is irritating. Yeah, man. I don't like somebody to agree with me. Billy said, hell
Like,
yeah, tell
yes,
me when I'm wrong. Motivate me. See, look, that's what I'm talking about. Tommy says, leave Keisha the hell alone. Keisha, hey, Keisha has learned
hey,
that when it comes to this podcast thing, she gonna have to stand on her own 2 feet and hold it
absolutely.
down. I got her back, but I know she know how to handle herself.
Absolutely. I got, trust me, listen, and I don't entertain foolishness. So I just may not address a lot of things because
I will.
I don't want to
I
invest my
will.
energy into it. But Rodney, that's why he say what he meant, y'all. Rodney meant it, okay? And I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and I'm done with it.
Yeah.
And then if he want to back it up, he's gonna mean whatever comes after that, okay? So yes,
Carla 63 says you definitely have to learn somebody. Some things you can't
yes,
see
number
or
one.
notice right away. And that goes on what you were saying also, Keish.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Dre said these days, I'm gonna run through these comments because I know y'all been
Right,
commenting while
I
we've been
got
talking.
you.
These days, folks are really against having these type of discussions. Subscribe so we can get on the
Mhm.
same page as human. 150
Yes.
says thought that was Jocelyn.
Not now, I'm Jocelyn.
Man, Professor
Somebody thought
says
I was
Matthew
Rihanna the other day.
633. Tasha said Key, who was Clarissa. Peace and
That's what
abundance.
I said.
Facts. Nico said hi. Carlos said step on it, walk on your own 2 feet. Oh, we got to the
Yeah.
bottom. Okay, poke the screen, double
Okay.
tap. Reaction says just got here. If this ain't just him spitting some game, then he gay. All right, I'll address that, bro.
Okay. I'm
Ryan's
gonna sit right here.
reaction. You just got here. And the first thing you do when you see a beautiful woman on the screen
Oh,
is to
thank
address
you.
the dude.
Isn't that
That's
crazy?
all I need to say about how you built, bro. I'm not even gonna cook you. I'm just gonna say the first thing you see when you see the beautiful woman, you don't dress the girl. You dress the guy. That
I
says a
mean,
lot, buddy.
hey.
That says a
I
lot. That's how
mean,
I'm not even mad. I'm just gonna call you out. Like I would have dressed a woman. I would have ignored me.
I
But
agree.
yeah, go
I'm
ahead,
not
Keith.
gonna
Go
say
ahead,
much
Keith.
on that. No,
I
no, no.
got
Go ahead.
time.
Where were you at? Where? No, I know we do have
Oh,
the
we
time.
I got all the way to the bottom. I got all the way to the bottom.
Okay. Okay. Cool. But yeah, so it was we were basically speaking on the foundation. If people really, really, because that is the beginning, right? So in the beginning, go ahead. What you reading? Because I can't
Mick
see
Swagger said his attention is all on you. That's diabolical. I feel it too. So it is him spitting game.
it.
But yeah, Keith, I want to ask you a question, right?
I'm scared.
And I just want no, I just want it's within the context of everything.
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I'm
And
not scared.
chat, if y'all want to chime in on this, feel free to chime in on this.
Y'all, ladies, where y'all
Why
at?
do
Let's
you
hear it.
why do you feel that
Hmm.
women pushing so hard to be masculine these days?
Hmm. I really, I just got to think from two different people because I really don't care, Keisha, the real Keisha. But I'm gonna go from the, we gonna go from another perspective. Why do I think men? I feel like it's because the way the men are acting, it's just like the energy. It's an energy thing. Like I said, it's an energy shift, and I feel like it's kind of like when you see that the men is lacking that masculinity. It's kind of like the women just. I guess we automatically kind of take it over. Maybe it just kind of happens naturally because there's no balance there.
What do you think? What do you think men need to do differently to regain that masculine form that we had for so many centuries?
Healing, internal healing, which will fall for every single person on this earth. That's really where it all begins. It's about how you feel about yourself. You attract who you are, what you are. And
Yeah.
if you want to attract great things so you can have great outcomes and great genuine connections, you're going to have to work on yourself. And a lot of
Boss
men
was
out here,
good.
they're hurting. They've been through some stuff. Men, was once little boys, and those little boys have gone through some things, and because they are men now, maybe they are suppressing a lot of things and don't even want to talk about it because they feel like society will call them weak. But if they stop worrying about what people are going to say about them or what they're going to look like and actually truly focus on their healing, and that's all that matters, I think they will truly progress within society and communication.
Okay. So okay, high
What you
classified
laughing
says
at?
she looks delicious.
Oh, thank you.
Um Multiversal Soul said these are the type of conversations that bring us together in the masses. Men and
Yeah,
women, we all need to take accountability. That's facts.
absolutely.
Mick Swagger says it stems from the I don't need a man movement. Partially true, partially true.
That was
Inferiority
created, though,
complex.
that was created.
Ryan Ryan says we need to act like men. Hey Ryan, I'm
Ladies, he's freezing. He's freezing on us. But shoot, I wish I could remember the last thing he said. But again, like I said, it's all about the foundation of you. I'm assuming he's gonna come back in.
I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back. I'm back.
Okay.
I ain't
All right.
wasting
I
no
don't
time.
remember the
Hey,
last thing you said. Go ahead. Go ahead.
regardless what's going on, I ain't wasting no time. Let me go
We in
back to
here.
Ryan. Ryan, I appreciate you came back and actually debating with this one. Dre says that's two sided. One, men have regressed, and I also think women were put in the positions to control men.
Hmm.
That's a very interesting.
Listen.
That's a
It's
very
all
interesting.
a
I'm
part of
saying.
the plan, y'all. That's what I'm saying. It's really a deeper conversation on a whole spiritual level. Just like, the whole we don't need a man, that was pushed into society. They did that on purpose and they tricked our brains and we believed it and we lived it and that's all we knew because that's what they were telling us. And this is where we are today.
Keish, I think
Hmm.
Multiversal Soul said it best. I believe a lot of women have lost that trust in men in most cases. Also, some issues have unresolved trauma.
Yes, 100%, 100%. And it's
Ladies don't trust us,
how
and
can
we not
you
and we
have
not
trust
making it no
in
better.
men? Men are out here the ones that are hurting children, hurting women, killing women, dating them knowing that they don't want this, but they're telling them all the lies and all the things so they can get what they want. So men are
Santos was
moving
good.
very selfishly out in the world, and that is the problem.
What about God? Hold on, hold on. What about God made man for his glory? God made women for man's glory. I mean, you can interpret the good book in as many
Yeah.
ways possible. They literally took them saying a woman from a man's rib. So she's supposed to be our support, right? But you also supposed to take care of the mind, body, and soul. So if she came from our rib, aren't we still supposed to take care of her? If we supposed to take care of mind, body, and soul? She supports the man, but we take care of the body, and she's a part of the body.
And not only that, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for a woman. That's why all of the stuff, even I don't do the Bible, it's a lot of contradict, it doesn't make a lot of things that really doesn't make sense to me. Let me speak for self to me.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, nobody would be here if you did not come through the portal of a female with a reproductive system. So without us, you wouldn't be here right now. Like honestly, even if your mother was not the best mom, let's give her some grace, but at the end of the day, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for a woman.
Chris Webb said there's a lot of mental healing if the
I
country
agree.
continued to be this way. I mean, that's more of the society thing. But
Don't
if
start
you
it.
look at it as individuals, we got to make individual choices to be better people. You can
Absolutely.
always generalize it as a whole, but I can sit there and say all men are the greatest, and I can be trash, or I can say all women are complete embarrassments to what it is to be feminine. But I haven't dated all women. You can generalize everything, but every
Hmm.
individual has to make their own choice and their own decision. Do I want to live right? Not right according to the world, but right as a person. Right on
Hmm.
how I treat, I'm saying, the person that I'm choosing to live
Hmm.
with, choosing to care about, choosing to honor, choosing to build with. If I can't make that decision, what other decisions are you here to make? You feel me?
Exactly. You have to choose who you are going to be, okay? And again, like I always tell y'all, know that what you put out into the universe is what comes back around to you. So you should really be mindful how you treat people because guys, again, y'all be the main ones who be out here dogging the females out, knowing that y'all don't want what y'all saying y'all want just to get what you want. And then one day you come across that girl that's like, oh, and you like, I want that one. And then you get her, and then she might be the one that breaks your heart. But that may have been her purpose because you was just out here doing what you were
Facts.
doing and you thought that
Facts.
when you were ready for a relationship that relationship was just going to work out best for you, and then now you feel like women ain't shit when you just had women that really wanted you, that was giving themselves to
And
you,
you didn't
they was
appreciate
willing
it.
they was willing to be there for you, and you didn't appreciate it. You didn't want that one, you just wanted to play with that one, and then the one that you choose don't end up really choosing you.
Yeah, because I've been that man. I've been the man where, a little player, sliding in
Mhm.
this, sliding in that,
Mhm.
putting in
Tell
the
the
little
truth
nice
now.
words to get what I want.
Mhm.
And then I went ahead and I fell for somebody that did me exactly the way I did the last 10 women. So it's
Mhm.
just like, oh man, women ain't shit. Nah, nigga, I wasn't
No,
shit.
you're exact. There you go. That is when the accountability comes in, and they
Karma.
realize that I can't. I was out here just doing all these things for all this time, and now I'm expecting all these great things. Like that just doesn't make any sense at all. Hold on one second.
But yeah, she handling something right now. But yeah, Mike Cheesy, I appreciate you. Universal multiversal soul, government programming. You are exactly right. Devin, men need to absolutely work on themselves. Yeah, we do. We do. It's hard to admit, but we do need to work on ourselves. Hey, stuck in the middle, I appreciate you. Uh
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much picking up with Kendra. Thank you for the gift.
Somebody said women hurt kids. They do. I
They
mean,
do. They do.
don't
But
blame men. Uh oh. Uh
not
oh.
saying that the men that is only men. That's not what we
Uh
saying,
oh.
but the majority of it is the
Keys.
men. Yes,
Keys.
okay. I'm
You
sitting
got
up.
somebody.
What is it?
Harry says, "Do not blame men for your decisions."
Mm-hmm.
How would you like to respond to Harry?
I would like to respond that men do that all the time. It's just the other way that the men blame the women for their mistakes. That's why a lot, men be having so many excuses about a lot of things, and then they put it on the women, especially when it comes to them making babies. They go out here and they get a girl pregnant, being reckless, and then if the woman don't want to get rid of the baby, now all of a sudden she's a hoe, she's a this, she's a that, and it's her fault that the baby's here, and it's her fault she's a single mother. Take some accountability. That is your fault. You know what comes with that. Why do men all of a sudden act so blind and like, oh, what did we do? They play so victim. And that's a part of
Yes.
that feminineness that men play victim all the time and lack accountability. A real
These
man is
next
going to be able to take accountability.
Keish,
That period.
these next comments is coming for your head. So ladies, I'm
All
gonna need
right.
y'all to
Come
step up.
on. Come
I'm gonna need y'all
on.
to step up because the fellas is starting to get on her. Hold on, hold on.
It's okay.
Gemini game tag and said, when
Let
do
me
we
hear.
hold women accountable for choosing bad partners? Basically relating to what you just said, knowing they
I
are bad
mean,
partners and still having kids with them. Ryan's reaction says
okay,
women are
pause. It go both ways because you're saying a woman having a baby with a man that she ain't know. It's the man having a baby with a woman he didn't know. It's the same way. If we take that accountability and say yes, we didn't have kids by men. That we didn't really know like that. We had kids by men during a time and a season in our lives where we didn't love ourselves, where we just was accepting anything because we were just finding our way. We're taking accountability for that. Where do you take accountability for the kids that you might got roaming around that you said you didn't want, but you helped create them regardless because you participated in a act and just and chose to give up your DNA? Ain't nobody make you do that. Now all of a sudden you're the victim. How? As if you played
hey,
no part. It makes
we
no
got
sense.
we got 78 people in the chat. If you engaged
It
in what we
makes no
talking
sense.
about, if you engaged in what we talking about, if you're throwing out your
I'm just
opinions,
saying.
do us the big favor and hit that like button.
Yes, hit the like button, y'all.
Ryan's reaction
I
said,
gotta
women are
keep my
tired. I'm 41, recently divorced. All my dating prospects say they want to feel safe and they're tired of supporting a man. That means I can quote to that one. If they're tired of
okay.
supporting the man, then they need to stop picking men which need with support.
Hmm.
Make your options outside of your normal comfort zone. If you're picking on the same people, it's not the men that's the problem on that aspect. It's who you're choosing. So maybe you need to make yourself available to different people. If you're tired
And
of
that means
supporting
you
all
have
the
to
men,
attract different people, and that means you got to work on yourself. That's what again, that's really what it all boils down to, is just working on yourself. But if you're saying that a lady choosing a man and he's not the right guy, isn't more than likely they're not compatible, and then now the man also chose a woman that wasn't suitable, really suitable for him, because they both are broken people just out here living their life, and we just making a way as we go. That's what it seems, because that's what the human beings are doing. It's not just the women doing it, it's not just the men doing it. It's
yeah.
both parties. I'm confused.
G Saw says we also wouldn't be here without the men. I get what you're saying, but women are the harm of the birth. You feel me? Without birthing
So
them, our semen
without
means
being able to
nothing. If
push
we
them out, yeah,
Type Shit
I agree.
podcast says Nenny's loose talking about the Bible. Well, if you have a different perspective, then go ahead and talk about what I'm saying. What we talking about?
Yeah, so
Well, Rodney,
we're not, well, me, I'm not a Bible person. I don't believe in the Bible. That's just my belief, and I don't have to believe in that because you do or anybody else. We respect everybody's beliefs and what you think or how you feel, as long as you just deliver it respectfully, and we're all good here. So, what you
Dre
believe in is what you believe in.
Dre the Dream says, well, Rodney, you see that as more comfortable people have gotten, the more they relinquish their own agency. That is true. Mick Swagger says, did men regress or did men be replaced? Did women have to
Mm-hmm.
be so self sufficient to the point
Mm-hmm.
that a man was rendered optional? That's a motherfucking good ass question.
Well, I mean, do you want to answer it? I mean, he said a lot.
Okay, so you said, did men regress or did men become replaced? I think that in society, it's been pushed to replace men. But that
Mm-hmm.
that's a whole nother can
It's a whole
of
nother
worms.
conversation because it's all a part of the plan. So really, if
Yeah,
we
that's
really go down to it, you are, I'm gonna say you because I'm not a part of that matrix thing. You are being tricked and controlled by what you are watching on TV, the food and chemicals, all that stuff that they're giving y'all. All of that is a part of the game and to control your mind and your behavior. So,
Multi
yeah.
multiversal says we can't keep pointing fingers at each other because that is
Hmm.
what their plan was all along. You just kind of tapped on what you just said.
Absolutely, absolutely. I agree with
Men
that. So, if everybody take accountability, then we're all good. Nobody's
men
pointing
and
nothing.
women both have our flaws, but we should accept and start rebuilding what needs to be. You got a
Okay.
point. If a woman can replace you and become self-sufficient, what was the standard of living you provided that hold on.
Was the standard of loving
Was
you?
a standard of
Amen.
living you provided that special? Oh, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Anybody can be replaced. Anybody can be chosen as optional. It
Hmm.
depends on the mindset of the person that's making that choice. You could be
Hmm.
rich and somebody could be like, you still optional to me. Your money
Hmm.
doesn't dictate how I move. You feel me? Or you could be broke poor and somebody chooses you over the
Hmm.
wealthy person. It just depends on the mindset of the person. So anybody, regardless of
Absolutely.
your financial situation, you could be deemed as optional. Your finances or your assets don't have no bearing on what somebody deems as optional or I'm saying necessary. That's
Because
what
it
people got
boils
to
down
understand.
to who you are sometimes. In most cases, it should boil down to who you are as a person and how that person actually connects with you.
A type shit podcast says women make men better by way of disappointment. Hey, Hey, have you been hurt, bro? I want to know. I really want to know.
Obviously, is that a question?
They never answer. They divert. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go 50-50 on that. Ladies do divert. 50% of the
Okay.
time. They don't want to accept it. They rather talk to be heard rather than talk to be understood.
Okay.
They,
So that's a
but so
lack
I'm
of
I'm I'm 50-50
communication.
with you on that one.
A
50-50.
lack of communication. They struggle with communication skills, which is what most couples do. And a lot of people don't like to have tough conversations. They like to avoid them, which creates even more issues in a relationship, if you ask me.
Soul says, hey brother, stop drinking that Red Bull. That's a Pepsi.
You
It's
know,
just in
I
a
thought it
mini
was a
can.
Red Bull too earlier.
The woman allows sex. What the fuck you talking about? It starts with the woman allowing the sex.
Okay, and it starts with a man allowing it as well. What are you saying? There are men that get taken advantage of too. I know that
Okay,
men are more stronger, but
I'm gonna say this on that because
what?
by
Yeah.
by automatically just being like, oh, well, the woman allows sex, everything like that. As
Lack of
individuals,
accountability right there.
you gotta
Example. Damn.
you gotta take accountability because if you
Thank
go
you.
and have unprotected sex with a woman, what is the
Come
most
on.
likely thing that's going to happen? A child is going to come out of that. If you didn't want a child, then you as a man should not make that optional for that to
For
happen.
you.
She can
Exactly.
open up her legs to anybody. But if you say no, or you wrap it up, or you tell her to wait, then I'm saying you're safeguarding that situation. So you can't always just be like, well, she gave it up, so I took it. Then
This is
y'all
what
both
I was
wrong.
saying. This is what I was saying with the men. That is a prime example right there. The lack of accountability. It always has to end up being a late. Now, if she shouldn't open up her legs to me, well, I guess you should not have pursued her. So it can just go. So again, stop pointing the fingers and everybody take accountability for the part that they played.
King Axe says that's the guys you deal with, miss. And then Tasha says, I got you, Key. Type shit says spin,
Thank you,
move
Todd.
again. Uh Mostly for all okay, they talking to each other. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Who allows the sex to happen is at fault.
See what I'm saying? That is a childlike mindset. We are grown adults, and you have men, because I know a man said that, say something such as that.
You
That is
can't talk
insane.
logic with a woman.
That is insane. And
That
that is
type of
not
man,
true.
hold on, that type of man is in a man's body, but a boy's mind. There you
Thank
go.
you so much. You said I'm out. Keep it real. Thank you so much, Ryan, for that super chat. I appreciate you.
Hey, big W's to
Thank
Ryan with the
you.
super chat. Let's go, baby.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you so much for stopping by, for coming through. I appreciate. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You always have to work on yourself. Vegas says she's beautiful. Victor
Thank
says
you.
sexy,
Yes, you always
seductive.
have to work on yourself.
They going in on you. They going in on
Oh
you.
Lord, y'all
They
see,
flattery right
focus,
now.
Focus on the conversation at hand.
Webb says God is good. What's the problem right
Yes,
here?
God is good.
Good emojis. Frank said that's the problem right there. She don't believe in God, so I guess she believes in the devil. That explains a lot.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Because what you that's the picture you not even about to even think you're gonna paint about me. I am a spiritual being, okay? No, I'm not religious, no, I'm not into the Bible, but God lives within me, and I display that by the way I treat people and by the way my actions. That is how I display that, okay? And by being a really good person. So yes, I do believe in God. Something created this whole earth and something created you and me. So, with that being said, yes, I know that there's something greater, but it does live within me. Okay. So, I am a spiritual being, if you must
Love
know.
loyalty said Jesus is not God. Superstar
I
Fion.
agree.
Oh, here he come.
Hey,
She is the
superstar. How
hard
you
woman.
doing?
Are you the hard woman?
No, actually, I don't know. Maybe sometimes we shift and we may not even realize it. As it's just as you're raising kids or raising them by yourself or just living your life doing what you're doing, and maybe you can transition into being something that you don't even realize, which is why we got to take the time to get to know ourselves. So for me, I don't know. Maybe in the past I was more tough. I don't know. Now I'm a whole different version of myself now. I do feel like I'm more feminine. I've always been feminine on the outside, but inside, now that I've healed from a lot of things and I've let go a lot of weight, I feel a lot lighter and I feel more feminine than I ever had before, if that makes
Hey,
sense.
fellas, let me ask you a question, fellas. What can us men do to get back our masculinity?
Yeah, what can y'all do?
How it pertains to women? What can our men do to get that appearance of masculinity back? Because right
Yeah, I
now, it's a
want to
lot of
know
dudes that be seeming real soft right now.
because I don't have an answer. I don't know. What can y'all men do?
Casey Green says, how did some women get tricked into not wanting a man? How did that plan work? And was there a plan for men not to want women? If it was, I didn't notice one, but the independent woman movement I did see.
Hmm. And if
Yeah.
you notice, it's pushed on that type of stuff was pushed all on the media. They have songs by big artists about that specifically. They push that, and then women are singing it and they're praising it. It's all a part of the game that we are all playing. But again, some of this is gonna go over your heads, and some people gonna know exactly what I'm talking about.
A superstar says men step their game up for themselves first. When a woman makes a
Yes.
man, she controls the man. What you think about that?
Well, if you allow someone to make you, that's a problem with you in itself, right there. You make who you are, okay? You don't allow anybody to make you, build you, create you other than God. So that's a problem with the man right there that you can even be. I mean, yeah.
Are men supposed to trust women?
No, actually, no man should trust. When I say man, I'm speaking of both races. No man should trust another man. Like, we're all human beings with human like behavior, and we cannot be trusted. That's just what it is. Because a lot of times you're going to act off of your human nature. In order to be in relationships, you have to fight against human nature. Let's just call it what it is. You have to fight
Uh,
against human nature to be in a committed relationship.
King says women can't lead when only one Oprah Winfrey. You lost me at Oprah Winfrey, bro. I saw what you was going at first, but then you went to the Oprah Winfrey thing. I was like, I was finna.
He
Hey, I was
stopped
right.
reading
I
it.
was right
He
here
stopped
with you.
reading it at that point.
I was right here with you. I don't
Oh my
believe women
goodness.
can lead either. I believe that women are smart, women are emotional, women are inventive, women are compassionate. I get all that, but I don't believe that women can lead. That's just me. That's just me. It don't mean I'm dissing them. It just means I just don't
Mhm.
believe that they can lead in the same
So what
functionality as
can't
a
they
man could.
lead? What
Huh?
can't a woman lead? Like, when we say a relationship wise, or are we speaking? What are we speaking? Because a woman is definitely going to lead when it's just her and her little ducklings. That's just what it is. We are the leader. We have no choice but to be in a situation like that, right? Because this is life, and we are the CEOs. This is what it is. So in a relationship instance, is that what you're saying? Like, a woman can't lead?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
I
think a
just
woman
wanted to be clear.
when a woman tries to lead, the relationship usually fails.
Okay.
Usually. I
And
feel like
women,
if you
we naturally want that masculinity from a man, even if women are too prideful to even, kind of put their guard down or allow it. Okay.
keep,
That
keep
is
talking, keep
something
talking.
that I feel, and to each his own, what works for me may not work for others, but I do feel that women, we do yearn that. That's what we want. But when you're out here meeting these soft guys that, being who they are, and it seems like they're more feminine than you, it's like, what do we now as a woman? What do we do with this? These are our options, but know that the world is big. And if you live somewhere and every person you met has not worked out for you, know that there are other countries, there are other islands, there are other continents, there are billions of people on this earth. You do not have to minimize your choices to just the people that live in your circumference, okay, close by. You might just have to up and root and move your life, and you just might find that soulmate that you've been manifesting. They just might not be where you are right now. And if you open up your mind, then maybe you all will go out and actually explore a lot more and meet many different people.
Eback5 says, I feel like if you don't give a man the keys to drive the car won't be driven.
Okay.
Mod says, oh, he's talking about God. He's talking about God. We passed on that part.
Mhm.
You just addressed him as one. That's reference to the Trinity. Mick Swagger says basically everybody needs to quit thinking with their private parts. You got a point. You got a point.
I agree. And
Dre
then
says,
afterwards, don't want to take accountability.
Dre said you don't worship the devil, which we already know that.
No, of
Type
course,
shit
absolutely
says,
not. I wouldn't be this
ma'am,
blessed.
hold on, ma'am, what part do you play in your own unhappiness though? Answer without blaming people with prostates. In other words,
Okay.
take accountability without pointing the finger at the dude.
Exactly, and that's what I said. Everybody's going to take accountability. So if I take accountability for any of my actions, then I mean I'm a human, right? So at the end of the day, if we do something, we do something. It's the problem is when people act like they don't know nothing all of a sudden when it's time to take accountability. It's like, what? No, it's everybody else's fault but mine. That is the problem. So it's all about the person and how they choose to respond. So yes, at the end of the day, it is you. You are in control of you. You take accountability for what you do. I don't blame anybody else for your actions. What you do is what you do. Now, don't nobody have a gun held up to your head and you got your family threatening all that, and you just out here living, making choices and decisions. You take accountability for your actions. No, it's nobody else's fault. So if you go out and you have a baby, it's not his fault. We both participated. This and I take accountability the fact that I had a one night stand and had a baby. I mean, not me, but it's just an example. Then okay, but
I thought,
now you
hey,
have the baby, and that's what it is.
they was finna ask you. You know they was finna ask you.
No, that's just a really good example, and that does happen to some women. And I don't listen. The baby is here. The baby's an angel, and the baby's a blessing. However they got here, that's between you, them, and God. Okay, so that's what that is. Nobody out here can judge anybody. So I'm just saying, in an instance like that, that happens. It's not, oh, it's his fault. No, we both made a decision to participate in that act, and this is what came from it.
K Green, you are absolutely correct. We have missed a few comments, but I'm gonna make
Oh,
sure
okay. Let's
my
go back. I'm
mission.
sorry.
I'm gonna make sure it's my mission
Okay.
to get to these comments because usually we get to them, but
Because at the
y'all been
same
dropping
time,
some.
we do want to give answers too. We don't want to just read, and then we're not gonna, So we want to answer questions as well. So we're
Carla
doing our
says
best.
back in Carla says back in the day, men mostly worked outside the home. We didn't have all the electronics where either it could be home
Hmm.
or at the where it could be at the home. These times are different, so now women put in positions to lead. It depends on the family dynamic. It depends on what that woman is going through. It depends on if that man and that woman were even meant to be together.
Hmm.
Winston says, "Rep that knowledge." How this makes no sense.
Okay.
Unconditional love to from the eye. Okay, shout out to the eye. That's what it is. She's
Yeah,
trying to
that's
be a
true.
man and a woman at the same time.
Okay.
This is not knowledge. You claim this, but you don't read your Bible.
Everybody doesn't
Give
believe in the Bible, babe. Like
a lot
again,
of a lot
respect
of
other
people.
people's beliefs.
A lot of people see which one thing y'all got to realize is there are so many beliefs, so many leads of faith, and then so many things that dictate
Hmm. Okay, and it also separates you. I don't do religion, okay? I don't want to be, God did not create us to separate ourselves and be against each other. That was not this, you know. So I don't do anything that consists of separation. I'm just not. I don't want to play a part. I'm not putting myself in one group and that group and that. No, we are all really one, and I'm okay with that. So I don't do the Bible, but know y'all that what y'all believe in is what you believe in. That might be all you know, what you've been told your whole life, and you will fight for that. And I say you do what works for you, but just know that other people may not think like you and believe in what you believe in. That doesn't make them any less of who they are. We're not all the same.
And I want to say this. I want to say this, ladies. When you go through something, right? If you
Mhm.
keep on going through the same thing, at some
Mhm.
point, you got to change the way you look at things, the way you approach things, and the way, you know what I'm saying, you act towards it. Fellas, if you keep on having the same mistakes with these same women, choose a different woman. Choose a better way that you carry yourself. Choose a better way that you move in your own, you know what I'm saying, in your own
That's number
whatever,
one
you feel
right
me?
there.
Everybody
Mhm.
has it. Everything is a choice. I don't care what nobody say. Everything is a
Mhm.
choice. So if you choose to deal with this woman or you choose to deal
Mhm.
with this man, there are certain outcomes that are always going to happen. Start to take inventory on the type of people that you're choosing to deal with. Once you look at
Mhm.
that and you start to see things that correlate, you're going to be like, man, you know what? All these people I deal with kind of do this, or they kind of look like this, or they kind of, you know what I'm saying, fit into this category. Stop picking that
Mhm.
category. Your type might be your problem. Whether you a
Mhm.
man or you a woman, your type might be your problem. Stop picking your type. Think outside of the box.
But
Change
remember,
your
you
whole
are what you
mindset.
attract.
It
You
might help you.
exactly. I agree. You know, because you are what you attract, and that's why you keep getting the same thing. Because again, you have to work on yourself and go within, and that's really where all the magic happens.
Man.
All right, where you at?
Oh, I got all the way to the bottom of the chat. Right now, some of the
Mhm.
comments was like on some trolling stuff, so I left
Okay.
those ones alone or whatever the
Yeah,
case is. But
we're gonna keep
here
going
it
on
goes.
the more
Yeah,
important.
yeah. Women have children and will tell the man to his face, "It's my baby. I don't need a baby daddy." Okay, on that
Okay.
depends on the type of woman you dealing with and the situation at hand and how you carry yourself as a man. Because can't
Mhm.
no woman tell you anything about the child that you know what I'm saying, help create. You can easily, if just because you're not with that woman, don't mean you
Mhm.
can't see the child. Stop making an excuse on the
Take
fact
it to
that,
court.
okay, me and
Take
the
it to
woman don't
court.
get along, so she's keeping me from my child. Motherfucker, go get custody of your child. Go get
And
visitation of
also
your
find a
child.
way to get along. Find a better way to get along for the sake of the child. And that's what a lot of people don't want to do either. Or sometimes you can't do it because the mental capacity of one of the individuals, it just doesn't add up. And they lack accountability. So then it's difficult to kind of,
Elevated was good, baby was
hey
good. Tiff
elevator,
was
how you
good.
doing?
But you gotta realize and pick and choose who you are dealing with. If you keep on dealing with the same type of people, you're gonna get the same type of results. So if
Hmm.
all the finger pointing and all the it's your fault and all these women are bad and I'm so perfect, you can't look at it like
And
that.
vice
That's
versa.
not what a man does, and that's not what a leader does. A woman will follow a good man based on how
Hmm.
he approaches life, based how he influences her to be her best self. If you can't see
Okay.
that, then you might not be the man for any woman that's worth assaulting anything.
Hmm.
So all this blaming, blaming, blaming. The moment you stop
Because that's
blaming, the
what it
moment you're
is.
gonna start finding the one you need to be with.
That's what it is. It's a lot of blaming. It's a lot of pointing fingers. It's a lot of lack of accountability. And that's why a lot of things just do not work out. You know what I mean? Everybody want to point the finger.
Tyler said, "Give up peace." In other words, no, you don't never give it. Don't never give up your peace.
Don't ever give up your peace.
If
Don't ever
she
get
not, if
it.
she's not contributing to your peace, then you need to cut
Hmm.
her loose. I don't care how fine she is.
Absolutely.
I don't care how
Absolutely.
she make you feel.
Absolutely.
None of that. Same thing with the ladies. If
Yeah,
that man is
same.
not, if that man is not
Cut them,
contributing
cut
to
them,
your
cut them.
peace, cut him loose. It's hard to get custody of a child
Absolutely.
if the woman don't want you in the life of the child because she hates you. And it's men that do the same to a woman, but it's hard for a man to get custody. I got K Green. I respectfully disagree.
Hmm.
You can get any type of custody you need if you put yourself in a position to do so. Sometimes you might have to start at just visitation. You feel what I'm saying? Document everything and go forward with that. Judges don't care about nobody's feelings. They don't care about the woman feelings. They don't care about the man
Hmm.
feelings. The only thing they care about is the well-being of the child. So if the
Of the
well-being
child,
of the
for
child
sure.
isn't being threatened, a judge will always give you custody. Unless you got something in your jacket,
Even if it's supervised visits, they'll give you
unless you
some
got
type of
something
something.
that you messed up on, and then you gotta work through that, then that's different. But I wish my baby mama would tell me, "Oh yeah, you can't see your baby." Yeah, all right. My child's mother said that one time. You know what I did? I took my daughter and didn't call her for 3 weeks. Ignored every last phone call. We didn't have no custody agreement. So by law, there was
Mm-hmm.
nothing you could do to me. I came back and
Hmm.
was like, "Would you like to try that again?" There is no way no woman that I have a child with will ever be able to say, "Oh, you can't see your baby. I'll take you to court the very next day." You got to be
Absolutely.
willing to go through certain things to
And
get to
that's what I'm saying with the
the
men.
desired results. Like,
When it comes to these kids, it's always the lady's fault. It's always something with the mom. But again, this goes back to who you chose. Y'all chose each other and just wasn't good for each other. So you got to be mindful. Even if the lady is cuckoo crazy, okay, you chose her. You didn't take the time to get to know her. You wanted something out the deal, and you got what you wanted plus more. And that's just what came with it. So it is what it is. It's not nobody's fault but your own, and hers on her end, and that's just the way that works. Say something, Rodney. I think okay. I think Rodney froze. I thought he was back. Say something. I can't hear you. Okay. I'm sorry. You're having some technical difficulties. But yes, if people just take accountability for the things that you do and stop blaming it on somebody else, I just noticed that it's like when it comes to kids, like having babies, birth, and everything like that, it's like the men literally blame every single part of it, like on a female. Just like as if you didn't play a
me,
part. Yes, I can hear
okay,
you.
it was a phone call.
All right.
I had to handle. Some matter of fact, since we were speaking on child custody and everything like that, I just had to got a
Okay.
phone call handling some daddy type stuff. You feel me? So
Okay. Okay. All right.
it's
So
not.
yes, you
Hey,
want
you're
to
right. Oatmeal. It is not that easy for men. It is terribly difficult. It is really hard. But if you really care
you
about your
still
child
do
and
it.
you really want
You
to get it
still do
done,
it.
you're going to go through every hoop and hurdle it takes to get custody, to see your child, to whatever.
Mhm.
It ain't easy.
It
It's going to
don't
make you
have to be
frustrated.
easy for you. That's the problem. When it's not easy for a man, it's the woman's fault. No, it may not be easy because you gotta be mindful that you chose to lay down with this person and you risk getting
Keys,
her pregnant, and
keys,
this is where you are.
keys. He
Yes.
says you blame men in every question you answer.
I'm literally saying that everybody is responsible for self. How does that mean I'm blaming a man? A man is responsible for his actions. A woman is responsible for her actions. I don't care what it is that you do. If you choose to rob a bank and you want to be the getaway car and that person go in, both of y'all going down, you made a choice. It's your fault. You were there. You participated. It's their fault that it went down. They participated. Everybody is being held accountable. I'm not blaming no
Beck
women or man for anything other than their choices.
Becca Reynolds says same for women too. Women get separated from their kids all the time, which is true.
Hmm.
First things first, make sure you get a DNA test, don't you? I think I'm gonna be honest. I
Hmm.
believe I don't care if you were married. I believe every time a child is born, there needs to be a law binding DNA test. I don't care what it is. Oh, you don't trust me. I don't care about none of that. I would rather
Well,
them saying just like y'all do for blood tests, for blood work, and all this type of stuff. I believe that there should be a law binding DNA test before you're able to sign anything. That way, it just negates all the BS out the
but
window.
everybody can get a DNA test. It's a choice. You have to choose to go and to pay for it and get it done. So realistically, it would be your choice, and they give you the free will in situations like that, right? Because it's all a part of the system. But what you're going to do as a human being and taking accountability for what you did, and you don't want to be tricked into taking care of a baby that's not yours. So you, as a man, you require a DNA test before moving forward. You request it, even if
The
you got to
reason
go through the court.
The reason why I said that is because all a woman got to do is say, Pablo's the daddy, and he's now legally binding and responsible. You don't have to have no proof
Don't
or
sign that
nothing.
birth certificate. So what if now if you sign the birth certificate, but if there's nobody name on that birth certificate, now men be smart if you do sign the birth certificate right away because that will play a part even if you ain't the daddy, I believe.
Even if I know, yeah, yeah, it makes you responsible if you sign. But even when you
Hmm.
don't sign, all you can sit here and say, Rodney, you the baby daddy of this child from 13 years ago, and then we gonna go
Hmm.
through a whole process, no matter what's going on.
And but unfortunately, I'm sure the lady ain't a stranger to you. You didn't participated in something with the woman, so this is what you put yourself in, right? So even engaging with this type of individual, this is something that may come back to you later in life, and that's called what goes around comes around. Okay, what you put out
Account
there is what's coming back.
Elevated said accountability, people. Hey, Elevated, we've always, even on your podcast, bro, with the panel and everything, we've talked about
Hmm.
accountability. And then
Hmm.
G says, stop giving women excuses. It's not that I'm giving women excuses. I'm taking accountability on my part that I play.
Hmm.
You can't
Exactly.
always
That's
be like, you can't be a villain and a victim at the same time.
at the
So
same
if you
time.
know
Men
you
want to
do
be the victim all the time.
if you know you doing wrong as a man, or you know that you could have handled things better, you got to be willing to accept what part you played in
Hmm.
whatever happened. You can
Hmm.
call a woman out for whatever she does, but if you're not going to accept your part, it really means nothing, because now you're deflecting from even taking responsibility in any part that you had to play.
Hmm. And that's the part where the men struggle because as you can see throughout this chat, men did exactly what I said that they would do. They're giving us
I was,
prime
hey,
examples of
I was
them
hoping,
blaming
I was
everything on a woman.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad I didn't bet you. I was hoping that the
Hmm.
fellas was
Give me my
not gonna
money.
sit here and cry about this the entire time. I was hoping that my fellas, my niggas, my men was gonna stand tall and be like, you know what? Us men, we do fuck up sometimes. Yes, a lot of
Hmm.
raggedy ass females out here. That's not
Hmm.
even debatable.
That's
But
not
us
what they
men,
saying.
we got to
Hmm.
do better. I was hoping that I saw maybe one or two out of the 60 men that came through here say
Hmm.
that. Actually take
Hmm.
full responsibility in the part that we play. We already
This
know
is what
what women
happened.
do wrong. We already know that they're emotional creatures. We already know that a lot of ladies don't do well with engaging certain conversations, especially if it puts them in a bad light. We already
Vice
know that.
versa.
But as men,
Hmm.
if we supposed to be the logical ones, we got to take that responsibility on our end. And y'all
Hmm.
disappointed the fuck out of me right now, bro. Y'all
What
was
you
supposed to
thought?
stand up on that shit.
What you thought? I had a conversation with him before this. I already knew what was going to happen because the way the guys went crazy on the last podcast, I already knew y'all was going to come in here whining, kicking, screaming, and crying, and blaming and pointing and lack of
Okay,
accountability.
hold
That's
on.
what
I
happened.
gotta address this. I gotta address this.
Okay.
Tyler Wolf. I got mixed emotions with the whole her body, her choice. And I know some of y'all not gonna like this, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Hmm.
I believe strongly that it is
Hmm.
her body, her choice, right? But with her body, her choice comes her responsibilities. So if you make it my body, my choice, but now it's your responsibility, but I don't have a say in what goes on with your body and the results that come from that, that's where I kind of have a problem with that. I don't get a say in that.
Okay.
I don't get a say in that, but I got to be held responsible for that. You get what I'm saying? Like that's where
No, I don't get it.
okay, like,
You have to be held responsible for it because you played a role and you know what can come with that.
but I don't have a choice though.
No,
If
this
you
is
was
after you participated in the act, babe. You
hold on,
participated
Keys,
in the
Keys, Keys,
act.
hold on. I don't have a choice in whether to
Uh-huh.
keep or get rid,
Mhm. Okay.
but I also don't have a choice in to take care or not take care.
So I don't agree with the with that to a degree. I feel like if the man want the baby, just give it to him. But to each his own. If you don't want it, to give the baby life still and give him to the dad. But we know that that's not usually what happens. But what I'm saying is when you really get down to the root of it all, at the end of it, when a man chooses to engage with a woman and does not protect himself, there's a list of things that can come from this. Just like with a woman, if I lay down with a man and I get pregnant, there's a list of things that can possibly come with that. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you end up participating in this act, and now this is the result of what you participated in. So now this is just what it is. So you know that that's what come with that. If I get a woman pregnant, she could say, "I'm keeping it." You know that that can happen. So don't go out there and just raw dog it. So that way that doesn't happen to you, and you will not ever be in that type of situation. You get what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying. They said I'm skipping a lot. Okay, let me address that real quick, right?
All right, y'all. It's a lot in here.
We have consistently been over 60 to 104 people in the chat, and y'all all right now we had 103 people in the
We
chat right
trying,
now.
y'all. Well,
So
we
with
working on it.
everybody going through, I'm trying
It's
to
a
keep
lot.
up while answering certain questions. I don't want to just say y'all comments and not answer or respond at
Right,
all.
because
You feel
people are
me?
asking questions, so we have to answer questions. Y'all
But
deserve
I'm a
that too.
but I'm a run through. I'm gonna run through them real quick. I'm gonna run through them real quick. Hold on. Stay away from single parents, moms. They are crazy. Facts about the DNA test idea. Rebecca says good idea. Tiff takes it. I agree. Somebody talking about autonomy. Casey Green says hi. He back in here.
Hey,
You
Casey
can't force
Green,
that.
welcome, welcome.
You can't. Becca says you can't force that on people, but I think it's a good idea in theory. Kevin says I
Mhm.
require loyalty. Sully said that's right. That's right. You signed the birth certificate. You're stuck. That is facts. Becca says so many men raise kids that aren't theirs, and I applaud that. Kevin says
I
or
applaud
don't
that.
cheat. Dre says, or the adults have uncomfortable decisions
Nigga.
before they even engage in intercourse. That is fact. You gotta have a
Say
talk
that
before y'all even
again.
start having sex. You gotta have a
Mhm.
talk before you have a sex. Becca says, be loyal, yes, and get tested. King says, bro, you don't know what you're talking about on that.
Mhm.
1997 says, hey, did anyone nah? See, I'm glad I read that in my
I
head
don't even
before
know
I read
where
it
you
out
are.
loud.
Okay.
Carlin says people not understanding. Young lady said both need to be accountable. Facts.
Thank you.
Type
Thank you, baby.
type shit said how long should you know someone before having unprotected sex? That's a question only you can answer. Nobody can't give you a timeline or something
Mhm.
like that. But I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. Kevin
I agree.
says
I agree.
future women gonna have body cams. God damn. Becca said months at least
No.
and get tested together. I mean, in theory that sounds right, but ain't nobody waiting months to get the box.
It's
Women
all
ain't even
about
wait.
choices. It's all about the choices that you make
The
at the end
average,
of the day.
the average woman is not waiting months to give that box out, and the average man don't got the patience for it. The average.
Hmm.
Call the county, they'll give you one for free. I think first date should be to the clinic. Tiana
Mm-mm.
was good. Tiana, how you feeling?
Maybe if you focus on getting to know her, see if the first date is the clinic, that means we already know where your mind is. You shouldn't even be worried about the box. You should be trying to get to know who this person is that you fitting
Well,
to
hey, but
connect with. Okay.
Keisha, but we love the box.
I understand that, but
Keisha,
that's why you get the results that you
Keisha,
get because
we
you
love
love
the
the box.
box. We adore the
You
box. We
adore the
want more of
box.
the box.
Yes, I understand. And see, that's why when you want more from the box,
I'm
oh
playing.
man, most of y'all get more from the box, literally. Okay. Be mindful
Becca
with your
says
answers over there.
Becca says not everything needs to go to the clinic. Nobody's crying. Her body, her choice. Dre's laughing. Said this is a conversation. Only you crying. Prime example to use women are emotionally stronger than men. Becca says, STIs are scarily high right now. Facts.
Hmm.
Wrap it up, fellas. Sheila says, hi, welcome, welcome. Sheila Vontego, welcome, welcome. Elevated those up to
Welcome,
100.
welcome, y'all.
Kevin says, can he hit it or not? Nobody cares. Kevin, you wildin', bro.
See,
Elevated
it's that
says,
mentality right there. Prime example. I mean, come on, y'all, just keep on proving me right. Thank you
elevated,
so much.
elevated says logic over emotions. Chad B says facts. Tyler says,
Mhm.
because a lot of us don't do the dumb shit you talking about. Vontego says,
They don't.
he says, whatever. Type shit says,
Okay.
fellas, even though it's not your fault, it's your fault. You need to,
Y'all
hey, it
gotta
be
watch
our
the
fault
women
too.
y'all choosing, the immature people y'all choosing, and then
Hey,
also take
fellas,
accountability.
it be our fault too. It be these women's fault, but it be our fault too. Chad B say we do it. It
You are
starts with us.
responsible for
Becca
self.
says it takes. Hold on. It makes he makes a shit situation so much worse. Pitcher says you don't have to stay. Hold on. You don't have a say with her body, bro. Look, I ain't even. I'm just gonna say. I'm just gonna read it out. I don't get it either. Rebecca says wrap it up. Then your choice to wear a condom. What if
Mhm.
condoms ain't 100% effective? But I get what you're saying though. Dre says, I get what he's saying. We
That's what comes
participate,
with the act.
but we men don't have a choice if she decides to kill or keep the kid. Exactly what I'm saying.
I completely I'm on both sides with that because at the end of the day, that's y'all know that that's something that can happen if you get a woman pregnant. So that's
But I
why you
know,
would
but look.
prevent this.
So this is my thing on that. I'm about to go back to those last comments, but I'm about to look. This is how I feel on that. If it's her body, her choice,
Hmm.
but that's a part of me. Shouldn't I have a
Hmm.
choice whether that baby should be here or not? If you want to get rid of it, and I say no, we're keeping that. Shouldn't I be able to keep my child?
You know me, I think you should absolutely. But if
But we
I'm
don't
thinking the
get
way the
that.
world be thinking,
But
no,
we
you
don't get
don't
that
get
same
that.
we don't get that same satisfaction. But we are
But
legally responsible no matter what decision is made.
it's unfortunate because that's the way the system created it. You got to
Yeah,
understand, it's really the system that you really have a problem with. It's not really, you get what I'm saying? But the humans, at the end of the day, you have a free choice, and you know that if you out here raw dogging it and doing that, then you know
it can
that this
happen.
is
Yeah,
something that can happen. Do I want to ever put myself in that type of situation? If not, I'm going to prevent certain things. So that's just what it comes with it.
Tyler says I think he come around to the real. In a
Mhm.
minute, said it's called pull out, bro. Pull. Don't. Hey,
That's the risk
fellas,
you're taking.
fellas. Do not subscribe to the. Oh, I'm gonna pull out. No, don't do that. You
That's
gonna
the
end up
risk.
with more babies than you can count. Do not. Don't subscribe to the pull out.
And
Tiana
that's a
say
choice. You see, that's a choice. So he knows that if he do that, that may not always work. So what can possibly happen if it doesn't work?
you gonna end up having a baby with somebody you probably didn't plan on having a baby with.
And it's not her fault. You can't be like, but I pulled out. But obviously, your little swimmer made it. So
What?
this is what
Hey,
came from
okay, look. What about this? What if y'all have a conversation in an
it.
agreement
Hmm.
that no
Hmm.
kids will come out of this, and then she ended up pregnant, and she ended up changing her mind?
You
Then
need to talk to God because that must be a damn miracle baby. I'm confused because if y'all agreed that y'all wasn't going to have it and y'all did everything to protect it from happening and God intervened, then that right there, maybe you should be more excited about the damn baby because it's clearly an angel, you know.
Tiana say it's
So
layers to it. Dre say, or
it's
Key,
your
can we
perspective.
say, don't let the man come inside her without Ah,
Can you do
there
what
we
now?
go.
Say it again.
Dre says, or Key, can we say, do not let the man come inside her without contraceptives?
Are you supposed to say that? Is that what you said?
I
I mean,
mean,
again, it's okay.
he's
So
holding
you
he's
need to
holding
make
you
sure she's
responsible.
on it. Okay, but you need, so you saying that do not go in if she's not on birth control.
No, he's saying that since it's my body, my choice, my rules, my
Hmm.
all that, right?
Hmm.
At the same time, the woman could be like, hey, you can't hit this without a rubber. I'm not on birth control. I'm not giving
Okay.
you none.
And she tells you that that's what happened.
I'm saying she should. He's basically saying women should start laying down that law.
They can, but see, the thing is, humans participate in human behavior. And then once the energy reaches a certain type of level, it ends up happening because that's what humans do, right? But we just have to know that the choices that we are making, that certain things can come from that regardless. So at the end of the day, if nobody's being raped and taken advantage of, what comes out of it, both parties is just equally responsible. That's just how that goes.
I mean, you got a point.
Don't play the game if you don't want to be a part of it.
Becca says it's called wearing a condom. Right now, there's more fathers that single dads than mothers.
Okay.
Sometimes condoms bust. You got a problem.
But you know
It's
that
called.
that's what comes with what you're doing. Don't even go up in a woman that you wouldn't want to make your child's mom. That's just what comes with it,
Hey,
babe.
hold on. That is a very good point, fellas. If she's not worth carrying your baby,
Then don't
then
sleep
she
with her.
then she might not be worth your body, your time, none of that.
Your energy, none of that.
Put
But
your
it's like
bound,
you so
make
quick to
your
give it.
standards. You might, fellas, start making our standards higher. We always talk
Hmm.
about these women trying to make these what is it
Unrealistic.
unrealistic standards,
Mhm.
maybe us fellas need to start making some good standards.
Mhm.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
You can't say, but I wore the condom and it popped, but she still got pregnant. You was there. It was your condom that popped. It's your baby.
Kevin
That's what
says,
comes with
why
it.
Kevin says, why help someone who showed the world they already gave up? Umberto, are you speaking in a language I do not? I know the
If
child
somebody
part. I know
give
the
up, you
child.
can always change the mind. Okay, the mind can always be changed. So
Hey,
yeah.
yeah, chat. We trying to get to 100 likes, man. I
Yes,
appreciate it. We
y'all,
at
we can do it. There's
78 right now.
83 people in here right now.
So
Y'all
if
get
y'all
up
have
there.
not done
Like
so,
the
we got
live, like the
83 people in
live.
here. Definitely hit the like button, baby. If I want to
Please
keep
and
the
thank
baby
you.
and she, yeah, that's what we was just talking about, Tyler. If I want to keep the baby and she don't, I don't have a say in the matter, which is fucked up.
I
I'm gonna keep it
believe
real.
I'm with you on that. I think that's messed up. I agree with you 100%. You know,
Donnell Shaw says interesting Neptune Pluto. I was like, oh, you going you
we
somewhere
had
where I ain't even at.
81 likes, y'all
Yes,
like
do
the
they
live,
break and
like
that
the
means you
live.
shouldn't wear them? Women, stop giving yourself to these dudes. You are following all of the. Hold on, you are allowing all their stress and energy to compact your soul.
Mhm.
Elevated said, "A talk is not the end all be all. There could always be deception." Hey,
Mhm.
that's right.
Mhm.
That's why I literally just sat there and said, "What if we had a discussion and we turn around and it turns into a compromise? We make a
Mhm.
commitment to this not gonna happen. Then all of a
Mhm.
sudden something go wrong, and that commitment we made, all of a sudden you know what I'm saying, you going against what we just agreed upon. So that's the deception that we talking
But why
about.
that means something went wrong? Because see, if we talking about in reference to a child,
Yeah,
okay, so in that instance, that's really an emotional thing for a woman. Mind you, the seed is planted within us. We the one who go, we see it, the heartbeat, all these things. So it's like that's a whole process. So if a woman actually end up getting pregnant, even though y'all did speak about it, which is a really good thing, but men, you have to understand that if a woman gets planted a seed, it could change everything in her mind. It might literally spark something in her. Her spirit might say, I want this baby. And her spirit could be telling her, don't get rid of the baby. You know what I mean? God doesn't make no mistakes. So it's just like you just have to be mindful that that is a part of the game that you are playing, but it is an emotional thing for a lady, especially if she's never been pregnant before, and then she finally gets there and it changes everything. You know what I mean? It's nothing against the dad. It's just that they want to keep their creation. You know? I mean,
Tiana, I appreciate the hearts. I
thank
appreciate
you
the
for the
gift.
gift. Thank you for the gift.
What is the hidden? So hold on. What the hidden question is? If a woman knows she can get pregnant and a man don't know if can get pregnant, I'm a little lost on what you're trying to ask,
Me
but
too.
Carla says, no, no, no. Don't gang up on this sister for what she believes in.
Thank you,
You
Boo.
believe in what you believe in, period.
Thank you, Carla.
Martin says, beautiful woman right there, a goddess.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
You see it.
they over there trying to riz you up.
You see
Becca
it.
says, just keep hold on. Just keeping it real, sis. A lot of us want intimacy, but end up settling for sex. Hey, type
Hmm.
shit. That is one of
Hmm.
the you know what? I'm gonna
Hmm.
make that a quote. I'm letting you know right now, I'm going to borrow that.
Yes, he gonna
I'm
steal it.
going to borrow that. I'm about to make a
Say it again.
whole
Say it
video
again.
about that. A lot of us want intimacy, but
Hmm.
end up settling for sex. I gotta
That's a
screenshot that
topic
because
because why is that? It's something that you got to go within. Like, why do you end up settling for the part that you really don't want? Because see, the intimacy part takes time, and a lot of
yeah,
people want to rush. You don't have time. You want to hurry up. You so focused on hurrying up that you're not taking the time to build intimacy because you have to build that. You get what I'm saying? Having sex with somebody, I mean,
Dre
that
said
can happen bam, bam, fast, quick. That you know what I mean? But intimacy takes time.
Dre says we can't force the box open. Rebecca says devil wands. That's what you call. Hold on, Rebecca, Becca,
Devil ones.
Becca. So you calling this meaty goodness that gives y'all pleasure devil wands? Dang,
Devil,
that's
oh,
messed up.
no. Because after a while, it's not even worth it what comes with it, babe. I'm sorry, the peace means more. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Carla, for the
Women
gift.
know
I
if they
appreciate you.
giving some the first 15 minutes. Y'all do be knowing if you gonna take it there with him.
And
Elevator says imagine
men be
going to the
knowing before he even walk over there to the lady and even know her goddamn name. Oh, I'm taking this one home tonight. Y'all don't even know nothing about her.
elevator says imagine going to the clinic on the first date. The box is trash.
Mm, mm, mm. See, again, that's where your mind at. You already coming and just thinking about that, and you're not even thinking about a true proper foundation with someone, even as just
Beck,
a friend.
Becca says the first 15 minutes, what? It's up to us to keep the energy up. It is.
Yes,
Tiana says, obviously, the first 15 minutes is crazy work. Keep my box in the house with the cookies and the murk.
and a merc. Not with the cookies
Oh,
and the
man.
merc.
Everybody talking about the first 15 minutes. Men are worried about the box, but us females want to really get
Hmm.
to know you. I can't give
Yes.
mine up if I'm an emotional connection with that. Oh, if I don't have an emotional connection with that person.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that's why some of us dudes be love bombing.
Because exactly, because they want to trick you into giving up that part. You know what I mean? And see what I'm saying? He just admitted it. That's why some of us guys be love bombing. They playing the game and they're playing you, lying to you, and that's why when they go to get in a relationship, it doesn't work out.
How you know it's your baby? You supposed to go get tested.
Exactly.
Moonstar
Easy.
was good. I appreciate you
Hey,
stopping by.
Moonstar, how you doing?
Becca says, imagine how many women never say a word.
Unfortunately, that's what comes with the territory. Okay, I'm not sure if he froze, and I do not know what comment he is on, y'all, because he's actually reading the comment because we be bumping heads trying to read them at the same time. So that is that he has chose to take. So
Yeah,
I don't remember where
I
you
ain't let
stopped
you
at.
see. Hey, Keish, you see, I ain't letting
All
nothing stop me. I ain't letting nothing
right.
stop me.
Yes, yes. All right. Okay. So are you there or are you frozen? I can't
No,
tell.
I'm here. I'm here.
All
I'm
right.
here.
I don't know where you stopped at all. I'm so sorry. Cafe.
Okay, hold
Instead
on.
of
Mama's baby, Neville's lady. Elevator say
mama,
we
baby,
settle for
daddy, baby.
availability. Hey, we do. We do. We
Go.
seldom settle for who's available, not who's worthy. And
Well, that's the problem.
that's the
Stop
biggest mistake
settling.
we have.
Stop settling because you really want you trying to fill a void. So you're settling for something. And that
It,
again, it all starts within you.
Julian says it's not sex, it's about doing what God said. Y'all be going deep into this God thing, boy.
Yeah, we don't do all of that.
Tiana says, "Why settle and not get the intimacy you desire? Selling yourself short."
Exactly.
Yeah, we
Exactly.
got that's the problem. That's the problem.
Hmm.
No one has a level of patience or standards anymore. So we jump into situations
Hmm.
and we don't have, I'm saying, concern or care for our own bodies or what this can lead to, men or women.
Exactly. Exactly.
Dre said, "Nah, there is peace for her when we give peace." There is definitely. Men forgot to
You
love
can
women.
also create your own piece.
He said, "Men forgot to love women. That Al Green love. We
Yes.
got Drake now."
Yes. See what I'm saying? It's all of that music that y'all listening to, y'all.
Kevin said, "We got to tame the demons. Do the right thing." Says, "Man, women over 45 need to be more humble."
Okay.
Rebecca says, "Y'all going with these chat. I think we're massively romanticized relationships with men like we ain't the same. Key, they are Tasha says
Hmm.
key. They all admitting they all admitting it. We getting their ass now.
Yeah, yeah. I
I
mean, a
mean,
lot of guys are really in here showing us, and that's why I don't really have to even say much this one I see because they speaking for me. I already knew what was going to happen.
hey, Big Boss is back. What's up, Big
Hey, big
Boss?
boss. Hey, big boss. But yes, I
He
already
says,
knew the men
Big
like
Boss says, I'm
accountability.
happily married for 12 years now, and I have a hot smoking wife. Not a hot
You
smoking
better
wife.
manifest it. You better manifest it.
Not a hot smoking wife. Come
You
on,
better
bro.
manifest it, big boss.
Yeah, he froze up a little bit. Oh, you're talking about when I came in and came
Yeah.
out.
Okay. Yeah.
Congratulations, Big Boss. Thank you, Tina. She looking like a whole snack talking about getting in a relationship.
Okay. Thank you.
Tyler, Tasha
Thank
says,
you.
Tyler, she ain't no snack. She a whole meal. You know what?
Oh, well, thank you.
There's already a narrative. So I can't even comment when they be complimenting you, I can't even compliment. Cause they gonna be like, oh, you want no, I can't
Right.
even say that.
Exactly. Exactly. Y'all are
Becca says we
crazy.
have it all backwards. We do the
I'm
sex
blessed.
and try to build. Yeah, we do. We
Hmm.
try to start off with the
I agree
sex and
with
then we try
that.
to jump into.
Exactly. And it doesn't work out. And it doesn't work out because you started off on the wrong foot. You skipped a step.
Hey, Tiana, I appreciate you
Mhm.
getting John up out of here, man.
Oh, okay, John, you're dismissed.
I still listen to Al Green, a lot of laughter.
Okay.
Dre's all about Drake.
I like Barry White.
Big Boss, elevated laughing. Dre, don't be hating on my boy Drake. Hey,
Don't be
Drake
hating.
lost a lot of points, man. He used to be
Not Dre lost all. Dre the Dream?
no Drake.
Oh, Drake. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about one of the subscribers. Okay.
Big Boss says ain't no hate. No. Drake says Big Boss ain't no hate on Drake. He's definitely not Al Green. Seminar the
Mm-mm.
Great said I'm a Renaissance man. I'm open. I open the car door for my lady every time.
Okay.
Hey, Seminar, what else you do? Because if all you doing
Not
is
what
opening the
else you
if
do.
all you doing is opening the car door, bro, that lady finna leave you.
Not what else you do. But that
Rebecca
is
says,
good
I'm
if
listening
you
to
do
Sade.
that.
Hey, don't be talking. Hey, anytime you mention Sade, you about to say the one and only Sade.
Who is Sade?
You don't know who Sade? Shame on you.
No.
You don't know who Sade is?
I only know
Oh
who
man.
Keisha is. I don't be knowing who all these other people are. They don't know who I am. I don't know who they are. For
Do you
real.
hold on? Do you two have a person or are you two single? I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
Um, I am
I'm
single. I
I'm
am me.
single, but the difference is I can speak on these relative topics because I've been the piss poor ass ain't shit ass person, and I've been the
Mhm.
lover boy that been played. I'd have been the hesitant one, and I've been the direct one. So if I have all this experience, then I can come at it from my perspective.
Exactly. And everything is from your perspective. And I've been through some things in my life as well, and I'm coming from my perspective. Now, again, what works for me might not work for you. It might not make sense to you, and that's okay. But the people who it's supposed to reach, it will reach them. Where
Rebecca
you
says
at?
he uses his devil wine.
Oh, gosh. Y'all are crazy.
Tasha says you be kissing on her feet too. Who?
We almost
I'm,
done,
I'm
Katie.
lost. Who be kissing on who feet? Dre
Time out.
says,
Time out. I might have like a good 10 minutes. It's about time for me to get the baby.
yeah, we've been going for a minute, so
Okay, okay.
yeah, we've
All
been
right, y'all.
definitely
Sorry
going for
about
a
that.
minute. What time is it?
It is 4:42.
Yeah, we've been
According to
we've
the
been
world
on for a
over
while.
here.
We've been
Yes,
on for a
we've been on
while.
here for over an hour and a half. No, we were a little bit late. Yeah, but it's about an hour and a half. About an hour and a half. So y'all, we got about 10 more minutes. So let's get some things in. First off, I do want to apologize for those we did not get to. Y'all, it is a lot of comments and it can be almost impossible to read them and also answer them. We don't just want to read them. If you are asking questions, we should give you an answer. So we want to be able to provide you with that. So those we didn't get to, I want to apologize and keep coming in, keep coming back. We're doing our best. All
And
right,
I
guys. Here we
appreciate
go.
everybody that's came through, gave me your
Yeah,
opinions, your perspectives. You know what I'm saying? It's been a conversation that needs to happen, and it needs to happen
absolutely.
more
Y'all put up
often.
the other heart.
Because if men and women are not having these conversations, how are we getting better at this relationship thing? How are we
Hmm.
getting better as a species anyway? You feel me?
We gotta
So
help each other. We have to help each other.
exactly.
We have to help each other, and that is in the sense of like knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like us helping each other heal and build and things like that. You know, just think for yourself, okay? Just think for yourself and hold yourself accountable for the choices and decisions that
Hey
you choose to
Keish,
make.
do you engage with
Yes.
your community channel?
No.
I think
I
you
don't
might
think
need
so.
to. I see a couple people saying you should engage with your community channel.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
maybe post more, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Okay. Okay.
Blessing fan, unconditional love. I like the way y'all doing it together. Hey, this is what I'm saying. We feeding
But
off each other, and obviously y'all see we don't agree on everything. Certain things she is steadfast on,
absolutely,
certain things I'm
absolutely.
steadfast on. But that dynamic helps us understand each other.
Yes, for sure. And you don't want two people that think the exact same way because then there's not gonna really be any pushback because we think the exact same way. So, and
Yeah,
then you get a woman's
hey Key,
perspective and a male's perspective.
definitely be a little bit more active on your community page with your posts and stuff like that.
Okay, I mean, I meant to say yes. Okay, maybe I need to be more active because what y'all want to see more? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Um, but yes, yes, maybe I can definitely do better. Don't forget, y'all. I'm taking care of my kids. I'm doing things. So I do what I can, but that does not mean I can't put forth more of an effort. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate that feedback. I really do. Yes,
definitely, definitely, definitely.
because y'all
Hey,
be missing me. I know
we
y'all
got
want to see me several
78.
times a day.
We got 68 people in here, 90 likes. I appreciate the ratio. Y'all guys been killing it
Yes,
all podcast long. I know that these chat numbers is about to be crazy. I apologize that we were not able to get to most of the chats, but you guys were
Rodney.
going crazy.
I got one question. So are women really the emotional ones?
Yes.
Oh, that's a lie.
I
The men
think
have proven it today.
I think fellas need to start handling their emotionals better.
Mhm.
But I think that we need to find happy mediums with each other and respect each other. Without
Absolutely.
respect, this goes nowhere.
Be understanding. People need to be more understanding.
Maine said men and women are emotional.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I do agree. We're human.
Oh,
We're
it's
human
okay.
creatures.
Rebecca says women are more emotionally intelligent than men.
Hmm.
So
I
I think
agree with
that's where
that
that
too.
difference is.
Okay. I agree, babe.
But yeah, this has been an amazing talk. I appreciate everybody that's been
Yes,
coming in here.
y'all. We thank y'all so
Definitely,
much for coming through.
definitely show up for the next one. Any
Yes.
thoughts on any other topics that you want us to address?
Let us know.
Definitely leave it in the comment section when we upload this
Big
video.
boss. It's funny. Yes, y'all. So if y'all have any ideas, y'all can go ahead and spam it in the chat now or whatever, let us know. Give us ideas. We are open to do topics that you all would like to discuss, okay? Other than that, of course, we're gonna come up with a topic of our own, but we are definitely open to listen to what you all have to say. Because
Hey,
without y'all,
Keish,
we
not to
wouldn't
cut
be
you
here.
off, but man,
Uh-huh.
hey, man, we appreciate you, bro. Whether you show up for a minute or the
Yes,
whole
thank you.
podcast, it's all appreciated, bro. It's all appreciated.
It's all love. It's all love. So yes, we thank y'all. So men, just work on. It's okay to be emotional. I want you to be emotional, but don't turn into the lady where you get into the point where you're in a relationship with her and now you the one switching your hips. Okay,
Elevator said
what you
trauma.
laughing at?
Yeah, man.
What you say? 100% trauma.
Elevator said trauma. Tasha says key is you and K going live later.
Oh, okay. So no, well, we might go do a live and talk, but we already actually worked out. We just didn't go live today with the workout, but we recorded a video. I just gotta edit it and put it out there.
We all
Yeah.
in motion. We show it different ways. How much time you
Yes, I
got?
agree.
2, 3 minutes?
Yeah. See.
Keep your light strong. We feel the vibe, so make it good. I appreciate
Yes.
you, Kev. Be emotionally controlled. Self mastery is a key. Hey, Becca, that's I like that. I like that. I
Absolutely,
like that.
Becca. Absolutely, Becca. I
Hector said
agree.
it's all about love,
Hey,
but
Hector.
also
Self love. Self
emotionally
love.
expressive.
Hmm.
Some men can't help being emotional. No man.
Say the rest.
He
Some
says
men. You
some
say.
men can't help being emotional. No
Hmm.
men in their lives.
Hmm. And I understand because that goes back to trauma, basically. From childhood. I get it. That's why this goes really deep, y'all. And I understand it from the level of the deepness where it comes from. And then I'm also thinking from another perspective of the average person in the matrix, the way they think. You know what I mean? So I'm really kind of like when I'm talking to y'all, I'm really giving y'all like the Keisha answer, and then I'm giving y'all another
Hey,
perspective.
chat, we
Like,
got 69 people in here. Can we get to
come on, let's
100
get
likes
to
before we get out
100
of here?
likes, y'all.
We need 6 more likes.
Yes,
We
six
got
more
69 people
people.
in the chat.
Yes.
Do your
Come
boy a
on, y'all.
favor.
We
Hold on,
got
matter of
this.
fact,
We got
forget
this.
me. Forget
Let me
me.
go on mine. Not uh-oh.
Forget what I'm talking about. Do Keisha a favor.
Do me a favor, y'all. Like the live.
We almost
I'm
at
about to
100
go in here
likes.
from my other page. and go on there
Huh?
and like it. Yes, y'all. Come on, we need five more, five more,
Shit.
five
What
more.
are you doing?
Let's get it. Let's get it.
You want to say hi to the chat? No. So you might want to say hi to the chat. Hi, chat. She said hi, chat.
Hi.
My sis said what's up. Bam.
Hey. Hey,
But
sis.
yeah, I appreciate everybody stop by. We need 3 more likes. Yeah, you good. You sure? Because I don't want you to. The only thing I got to do is go to grab something from Walmart later. How long you'll be on?
All right, let me like it.
2 hours. Oh, you good. I do it.
All right, we need what? One more. Up. We made it.
No,
We
you
hit
good.
100. Thank y'all so much. I
Oh,
appreciate
we hit
that. Y'all
100.
are
That's what
so
I'm talking about.
amazing.
See, the chat
Y'all
showing
are
out,
so
showing us,
amazing.
showing love.
Listen, y'all. Know that what you put out into the universe is what comes back to y'all. Y'all make sure y'all stay positive. Y'all stay at a high vibration. Control those emotions.
Oh,
It's okay to
now they
show
just
them, but
acting up. Now they
control
just
them.
acting up. 104. Where was y'all
Okay.
at when we was asking y'all earlier?
They don't want us to leave now. Y'all, we doing a podcast as long as God is willing once a week, okay? It seems like the weekends are better, so we may stick with the weekends.
Hey,
We'll
yeah,
discuss that.
definitely,
Yeah, so we
definitely.
appreciate y'all. The conversation was really well. The men were not as bad as the last time. Last
Hey,
time they went crazy.
fellas, y'all scared me for a
Woo!
minute, but y'all came through in the clutch, man. I
They was
appreciate y'all.
more y'all were more calm today. Okay,
I
I was
needed the
prepared for y'all
fellas.
though. I was
I
prepared.
needed the fellas to step up, and y'all stepped up. Cause last week, oh
Un
man.
poquito. They stepped up just a little. Don't forget about the ones in there letting us know that they the true emotional ones, okay? But yes, y'all, we thank y'all so much for being here, Rodney. Anything you want to say before we go?
Oh no,
Shout
we
out to
good. I
all
just
of
like to
y'all.
thank everybody in the chat, whether you trolled, whether you came with a good perspective, whether you didn't like
Yeah,
my opinion, whether you didn't like Keisha's opinion. I'm glad that y'all came here, and make sure you come by every
absolutely.
single week and
Every
speak
single
your
time.
mind, because I know you want to be heard.
Every single time.
Keisha said it, Rodney meant it, and I
And
know y'all
y'all
damn
heard
sure
it.
heard it.